Hi guys, happy Halloween. I bet some of you are getting ready for Halloween festivities with your kiddos. And this is a fun time of year. We had Jack over last night, and this morning he had a party. We got to dress him up. I'll put a picture on the email of his cute little costume. But I love this time of year, especially when I was teaching research, because I could pull out some really good stats jokes. So I put two of my favorite, actually three of my favorite in there, scary pumpkins. And so extra bonus points if you laugh out loud when you see them. So anyway, hope you have a good weekend lined up and some fun times for Halloween, whether you're going to parties or dressing up your kiddos, your pets, yourself, whatever you're doing. Hope it's an enjoyable one. We've had a busy week, and you know what I'm talking about, student interviews. So it was interesting as always. Had some really good applicants, a few that made the decisions that we're going to have on Tuesday kind of easy. So make sure you put on your calendars the decision meeting Tuesday during the department meeting time. So that's at 1 o'clock, I think. Double check your calendars. I'm pretty sure it's 1. So anyway, we'll make decisions. Make sure you get in. Do your rating forms. I added everybody or requested everybody to be added to CollegeNet. So hopefully if you need more information about their personal statements, their writing, recommendations, all of those things, take a look at to help you in making the decision or your vote, whether we're going to accept them, put them on the wait list, or deny or provisional. So talk more about that on Tuesday. The other things just to share with you this week, I saw on CESNet 2 things, which I thought kind of fit in with the personal development focus we have. So Dr. Adams is the newsletter editor for IARTC, so Trauma Network newsletter, I think. So Call for Manuscripts, that's kind of a cool outlet with one of our own, right? So take a look at that. There was also, I thought, an interesting conference coming up in Denver, Association for Humanistic Counseling. I've never been. I don't know anything really about that conference, but it was in Denver. It looked close, and they have a call for proposals due. So take a look at that, and I'm sure you're doing lots of other things for professional development. I have a couple of presentations coming up myself. So, and I think an article submission is going out this week. So kind of cool stuff. All right, Tang, speaking of cool stuff, Tang and Friends are writing a grant for education, school counselors. It's an amazing grant. I know there's a lot of work been going into it, Tang. Hats off to you. We know, Neil and I talked about this actually, that it is a lot for you to do right now, given your dissertation and all the things. And I know it's too good to pass up, but certainly appreciate all your efforts. And, wherever it lands, just a big win to apply. So, all right, graduates, UN system. So this item, there's going to be a vote coming out. You'll see on your email probably shortly, within the next week or so, about bylaws for the graduate system. So the whole UN system, graduate studies, about revising the bylaws. There's a few things I asked in our graduate council meeting today, like what's kind of the condensed version, pros and cons of the vote we're being asked to make. We did, if you remember some time ago, talk about this and some of the changes and feedback that UNO, our college, made on that process. So the summary is really professional programs are trying to make it more flexible across the system to be able to add professional programs. And this kind of has, flexibility is good, but it also could lead to where it could lead to graduate programs moving to professional programs, which could have some real impacts like on our graduate programs. So just take a look at that when you read it closely. That could really be bad or good, basically, and you can take a look at that and see what you think. The other that I really was concerned about a little bit, and I think the whole system at UNO, was oversight of the adjunct faculty. And they were trying to make changes that they would be limited in how long they could teach, And that really, that's huge for us because we rely a lot on our adjuncts, and we have some really good ones, and we don't want to have to replace them every 4 years if they're good. So they went to 8 years, and now it's kind of changed back to what it has been all along, that they can teach for 8 years, and then we have to do more paperwork. So really, basically, it's a change in paperwork, but we can keep them. So I think that's good from my perspective. The other thing it's doing is aligning all the processes across grad colleges from all the different campuses. So changing the name of some things. So if you have more questions, holler at me. I can let you know a little bit more on my time on that committee, some of the discussions we've had. But that's the kind of the summary. All right, I think I've gotten everything covered that I had on my list for this week. Just awesome job on those interviews. I know it takes a big chunk of our time. Shout out to the GAs if you see them. I say thanks because they do a lot of that work, and we just really appreciate that. So I hope you have a good weekend. I'm going to the Vikings game. I am so excited. I'm leaving this afternoon. Like, I can't even tell you. It's only the second NFL game I've ever been to, and I love NFL. I love NFL so much, so I'm pretty pumped. And the Vikings are good, so double good. We're all looking forward to the corn dogs they have there when we went like 10 years ago. So who knows if they're there? But anyway, go Vikings, go Mavericks, whatever your team is. Anyway, I think I've rambled long enough, guys. Have a great weekend, and we'll catch you back in the office next week. Bye-bye.